Hello traders, it's Yanis here from Nikos Trading Academy, and I would like to welcome you to another weekly results from our live room. As always, I have chosen the more volatile pairs. We have still some positions running, and we had, as the previous week, big movements from GBP pairs due to the Brexit talks. And let's go and check these pairs. We saw at the beginning of the week, according of course to our rules and a strategy, a very popular strategy many traders are using, our opportunity after price found major resistance area. This was like a 50-60 pips account protection order, and then price after a small range moved all the way up to our next possible resistance area. This was almost 350 pips. Many of you have applied the incremental profits also strategy. Well done, and if you have trailed your account protection order on your M12, of course now you are out of this trade, but again easily what you could have done is re-enter on lower settings, and again with an entry of like 40 pips it would be now 140. And now we are talking about only with this movement from the support to the resistance 350 pips. If we add these 150 also on the opposite direction, we are going down to 500 pips only with this pair. Remember, Nikos strategy, you can make money by trading only one pair. It's done. Okay, so only with the long movement we can add 7% in our account. If we calculate also the down move, we are up to 10% only with this movement, and well done for those who saw this entry and managed of course to stay in as long as possible. We will check also Euro Aussie, another opportunity. We had here our wedge. We saw our entry. This was like 30 pips, 35 pips. Price has already reached 170. This was also a very powerful resistance area. If you are out, that was like win-win scenario. That means 70 plus 85 pips, again 150, 170. In our piggy bag, I'm talking about pips. In percentage, that would be like more or less 3%. We had also New Zealand dollar CAD. New Zealand dollar CAD is in a range on higher settings. We've been bouncing up and down this range for some time now. We switched to lower settings, and after we get our opportunity, we got in. Price moved almost 100 pips, and again with a small account protection order due to the lower settings, we have 100 pips. That would be like more or less 4%, again only with one pair. Another beautiful movement we saw on Euro New Zealand dollar, again according to one of our strategies, we found an opportunity. Now, depending on the account protection order in this area here, some of our students got stopped out, some not. The ones that got stopped out re-enter, retry to get in, and then price moved all the way up, breaking previous resistance area and spiking a lot. If you are still on the trade, well, actually you wouldn't be on the trade, but if you took this trade, it moved all the way up to 150 pips, 150, 200, 300 more or less in our piggyback for this steep up movement. I would say again like 5-7% depending your entry. And some of you, because they got stopped out, I know they re-entered with lower settings just in case. But well done on not giving one of the pairs that we had in our watch list. Okay, GBP Aussie was a very powerful movement because we saw we had, due to our top-down approach, a very powerful trend line coming from our higher settings. We found the bounce area, we found our entry, and price from our entry went all the way up. This was 360 pips in profit, incremental profits again on this area. For sure, win-win scenario if you haven't traded your account protection order too early. Otherwise you would be stopped here. For those that respect the movement and don't trail their APO too early, you would be still on the trade, or you could have entered at this point here. Let's say with a 50 pips account protection order, this was like 350 pips. Again, bounce opportunity at these levels with a lower settings entry. Well, let's not count this, but this would be also added to our profits. So let's count only 7% from this huge movement, and this, we call it a bonus, or let's say probably we will talk about it next week. Now, if we add up all these pips, it would be more than 1,300 pips, and it would be, yes, believe it or not, 28%. And even if you don't believe it, you can check our posts from our members, the trades they post, their results, and you will see how powerful this strategy is. As always, thank you very much for watching one of our videos. Have a great weekend, and see you again on Monday morning in our top-down approach. Bye bye everybody.